Hi everyone, this is Dee with the Paper Drawer. I wanted to do a flip through of an altered journal that I'm working on. It's an ongoing process and I'm enjoying it. This journal was made by Mateo at Arteo Mixed Media Art, and as you can see, it's not really his style, but I love it. I mean, it's got all different papers in it, and it was, I like the journal, so I went ahead and got it from him. And I have coffee dyed the pages. I sprayed them. I got a paintbrush and I painted the coffee on and so forth. Tore the pages, folded them. It was just a lot of fun. So I thought I would just quickly show you what I did. I will give you an update, and I will paperclip the new pages. So this one's going to be a flip through of what I've done so far. So I folded pages. That's a napkin. I've actually started journaling in this, and that's an English lesson page. And it's been a lot of fun to journal in it. I just need to keep it up. That's one of my downfalls, is I don't keep it up. So I added this page, and it had a small page, a paper, I think it was a paper bag. Couldn't write on it. There was another one in here. So I went ahead and sandwiched that page between two of his handmade papers, and I embossed the paper. It turned out really pretty. I'll show you more of that in a minute. I did some hand stitching. I like that fabric, so I just hand stitched it onto the page. I'm on Instagram, and there is a lady there that puts down quotes, and I really love them, so I went ahead and added them. Magic happens when you do not give up, even though you want to. The universe always falls in love with stubborn hearts. I love that. And then she has this one, and this one's fairly current. Never underestimate the power of a small act of kindness. A selfless gesture, a moment of reassurance, even the warmth of a single smile can be enough to change a life. And Bo Toplin. Okay. So I wrote that in here, and I have another idea I'll probably show you guys probably tomorrow on what I'd like to do with quotes. This is a napkin. Coffee dyed the pages and just added the napkin to it. This is the paper that's a little bit hard to write on. So I went ahead and I tipped in another piece of paper. I got a lot of ideas and a tutorial that Donna from Past and Pages did. And I really love it. They look complicated, but I went back to her video and I did a step-by-step process following what she did. And I really like what she has done. I need to do more of it. There's a page back here I do want to show you, but she's very creative, and I'm sure a lot of you know her, but she's a great friend. I went ahead and cut out a hole in one of his pages, and I added one of his papers and I embossed it, and that is actually his x-ray paper. Okay, so I went ahead and tipped that in. So this is glued on this side, and this is free. It's only decorative because I think it'd be hard to write on. Here's another napkin I'd like to put in. I think that looks very Italian to me. I don't know why. Maybe the colors or the design, but I love that napkin. I love some of these pages out of Italian magazine. I think he has a lot of Vogue magazines, but I love these, so I'm not going to really alter them. I'm just going to leave them. And here is a piece of linen. Excuse me. And I went ahead and coffee dyed it and did things to it. I think it was similar, close to this color, I think. Here's another napkin. This is from Mateo. So it's an Italian napkin. It's beautiful. Some of these pages are not coffee dyed, but that's okay. I may do some paint on them. I may do something later. Here's the other side of that cloth. It's beautiful. Look at this. I love this page. I love that page. And here is just an aged lesson plan. And I tipped in x-ray paper. I could write over this. I normally do that. I just take a page and I write over it. Sometimes if it's a book page, I did it up front. It's a little bit hard to read, so I thought, let me tip this in. So I used Donna's technique and I just glued this in so I could write on this. Folded page. Here's a napkin, and here's Mateo's stamps. I kind of really want to make this book a lot of things that he has sent. So I think it's important. It's important to me. So I tipped this page in. Won't be able to journal on this magazine page, but I can journal on this coffee dyed page. So I left that loose because I do want to journal on this side. That's just a sticker. So here's one of the pages like Donna did. Okay. So it opens up, it flips here, and you can journal here, and then you just journal here and you close it, and then this holds it. That's kind of cool. I'd like to do more of that. This is an old piece. I think it's the Seven Gypsies, I think, that when I was starting mixed media, I thought I wanted to go in that direction. I started playing with paint and color and that sort of thing. This was just pure white. So I've had this for a very, very long time. So I thought, great place to put it. Okay. Great journaling space. Here's another page. Again, it's a book page, and I found it difficult to write on, so I tipped in this page. And again, I got this from Donna. And same with this. This is handmade paper of Mateo's. I tipped it in. And here's another page. I like that magazine page, so I'm going to leave it. I've got this from a book called The Seasons. I actually was gifted this book from a friend in England, and it's just a beautiful book. So I had to order several more so I could tear one up. But it's just beautiful. Every page is beautiful, so I thought I'd put one in here. I went ahead and made some holes in pages. Can't decide what to do with that. I know people glue these pages together and there is a picture or something on the other side. So I can do something like this, maybe. But it may not be quite as effective, so I'm going to have to think about it. I may do individual pages and just sandwich it and put acetate per page. That might be kind of cool, but I like the effect of the depth of it. This looks like leather. This is one of his pages. This is his tissue that he printed on. I love that peacock. So I had to put that in. That's just a folded page. I went ahead and added this handmade paper he did on the back just to extend it, and I added that little piece of fabric. I like that, the colors in there. Tore the pages. Another book page. This is a map that he sent. This is the cover of it. I'm going to use this cover somewhere, or the front page, but I went ahead and tipped this one in. I actually used masking tape, and I went ahead, and it's just a big fold out. So this was one of the pieces of vellum that he sent, and you can just flip it up. I love that vellum. It's so beautiful. And I think I would write over on this. I don't know. This is a 49 and Market. It's washi tape. It is this wide. It's beautiful. I don't know if you can find it anymore. They seem to discontinue a lot of things pretty quick. We might be able to find it. And then here's the Winnie the Pooh Promise me you'll always remember. You're braver than you believe, and stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. I love that quote. Here's that washi tape again. It's beautiful tape. It's just so wide that to start the roll, I end up tearing little bits of it, but it's beautiful washi tape. $49 in Market. Here's another piece of fabric, and I think I'm going to stitch these in on it somehow. I have a bunch of these little muslin bits, so I may, put that on there. I have a stick going through here. It came from my yard. It was laying on my desk, so I thought I'd just stick it in there. This was vellum that he made, and what I did was I crinkled it to make it look broken and old and everything. I love how he does his vellum. I need to master that a little bit better, but I love that piece. It was actually a bigger piece, and I went ahead and just cut it. And then I used butterfly washi tape to put it down. The other side of that cloth, I went ahead and tore it, then I slow stitched on it. I may leave this one torn. I really like that look. And that's the back side. These are great to do Donna's tip-ins with too. So like I said, I folded them. I can fold other pages. Here's another circle that I've torn out. I think we're almost to the end of what I've done. I love his little envelopes. Here's a napkin. Actually, this came from a thrift store. These are rub-offs. But this came from a thrift store. And they're paper napkins. They were actually monogrammed. But I like that napkin. Here's a page I just crinkled. Here's a little, oh gosh, it's like a calendar or address book. This came from Italy. So I went ahead and just tipped it in. I could journal on that for sure. So these are just some of the other wonderful pages. Here's his x-ray paper again, I tipped in. This page I tore, and it had one of his envelopes on it. So I definitely want to keep everything that was in this book. So I went ahead and just stapled it in. And he has a little sentiment in there. I will be honest with you, the reason why those are upside down, I got so excited. This is actually a pocket, and I was so excited that I just did the reverse, which is fine. I'm okay with this. And the envelope's upside down, I'm okay with that too. I'm going to slide something in here, but that's the reason why. Mateo, in case you're wondering, I'm a little embarrassed about that, but I'm okay with that. I mean, it's a junk journal, and I love every bit of it. I wish he would do more of these, honestly. I mean, it's just wonderful. So I have that to work with. I have his map to work with again. Here's another piece of vellum. Look how beautiful that is. And then here is another piece of vellum. It's the butterfly, half the wing. These are papers that I have. Here's a napkin that he sent me from Italy. Here's some of his paper. I'm going to include that. Here's some handmade paper. I love these fibers. Very hard to tear with them, but that was beautiful. And here's a piece of vellum. I believe he might have this in his Etsy shop. But anyway, that's what I'd like to include in this. This is from Somerset Magazine. I love this page. I may find a place for it. This came out of a book. I don't know what book. It was just laying there. But I love that. So I'm going to try and put that in. Here's some of his embossed, or his papers that I've embossed. They turned out beautiful. This is x-ray paper. So I definitely want to tip this in somewhere. Even though I have some in, I don't mind repeating the papers, or, you know, the pages again. I mean, it's, I don't know, it embossed really well. I know other people do the embossing of handmade paper. I just never thought about it. I always thought it was too delicate, but it embosses really well. Here's this gold fleck paper. And then here's a single flower paper. Definitely use that one too. Probably could write on this one. So here's just some other things that I want to put in. It's just scraps of fabric and that sort of thing. Coffee dyed stuff. I've got these transparencies. I'd like to use these somehow in there. Just some sprays and paint. Here's another little envelope. So I'm going to get that in there. Here's another little envelope. I'm going to get that in there. And then this is just something that I've had. 1954. It's just ledger paper or notebook paper. So that is that. But I wanted to just update you on what I've done so far, and to encourage you that a naked journal is a great thing. And if I can talk Mateo into making more of these, I think they're fantastic. I really do. I love the papers from Italy. I love everything about it. And like I said, I am starting to journal in them, so that's another fun thing. So that's this book. Oh, let's see what, did I? Oh, let me show, I don't know how I missed this page. This is a napkin, and I believe this one is from him also. But what I did was, I just tore it so that when the page is closed, it looks like it's a complete napkin. It's probably not perfect, but it's perfect enough for me. And when you flip the page, it's that. So there's a lot of things you can do. I like these two because it kind of sparks my creativity. I'm in a little bit of a slump right now, so I haven't done too much. I've got a lot of things started. I just need to get my mind going. So that is this. I'll have another video tomorrow for you that I think you will enjoy, and I have some other ideas for you. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I inspired you. And I appreciate you watching, and I appreciate all my subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, do so. I have a lot of things I'd like to share and a lot of things that I am making. All right, thanks, and I'll see you next time. Bye.